Are you officially Noah's muse?
Oh wow, I I could only hope. I mean, wow, that I think I've played his heart the last two seasons, and I've played him as a father and a loving husband. That part of Noah Hawley. So maybe I'm a muse in that part of him.
Could you see a connection between the two, between Fargo and between
Oh
Alien
yeah.
Earth?
Our first meeting about Arthur, I said, this guy's kind of like Wayne. There's a mirror image. He loves his work, he loves his family, he believes in what he's doing, and then they have a crisis of faith, both of them. And awful things happen to both of them, and they have to re-examine their place in it all and who they are within their family, within their work. So yeah, I think
So
there's a
how far in advance did you get? Did you get to see the whole script or just a little bit? He talked to you about it.
I
How
read the
did that
book
work out?
before, and then he told me what was going to happen with Arthur's arc. So I hadn't read those yet. They hadn't written those yet. There was some sketches, but I knew what was going to happen to him.
Okay, in the early episodes, you were basically just seen standing for a lot of it, where you go, "What's he up to? I think there's some trouble that's brewing there."
Yeah.
What do you do in those scenes? Are you like pounding on
Those
keyboards or
are
what are you
my
doing?
least favorite scenes as an actor. Every actor wants to, it's like playing a sports game. You kind of want to take some shots, right? And I knew they were coming, but you also get to just live in that character's skin for a bit and then be a good team partner for your other actors in the scenes. And so I feel like that's what I was doing the first few episodes. And yeah, you get a chance to wear the clothes, typing out, like, see what that feels like through this new person's skin, and knowing that your day will come.
Well, you also must have old-timey keyboards so that it matches with the original film.
Right.
I mean, do you look at that stuff and say, "What is this? This is like, what
Oh
year
yeah, and
is
you're
this?"
always asking the art directors. You're like, all right, so what was your plan on here? What should I be touching? What does this control in this fictional world? And what's lovely is they've all thought about all that stuff. So they're like, all right, this controls this monitor. This is monitoring the hybrid's skeletal system. This is their mind, and so you try to make it as real for yourself as possible. So you're like, all right, I'm going to focus on this over here, and then you're working with the camera team. They're like, it looks a little better if that is happening on this keyboard. So then you're like kind of changing it up so that your face is in a better place, all that stuff. So it's a constant conversation between different departments, but you're all working for the same moment, which should feel authentic.
When you're listening then to somebody else's scene that actually is out in front of your kind of station, what is that like?
You're you're in you're especially when they're good actors, which they all are on Alien, you just get to stop thinking and go into play mode. Like I'm just Arthur and we're at work and I'm doing my job and they're having a conversation over there and I'm naturally going to have feelings about what Boy Cavalier is spouting. And so I can just live in it in like a living, that there's that living theater. It's a big thing in New York.
Sure.
And so you get to kind of live in this character without putting too much on it and just reacting naturally as you would. And then ex being surprised by how you feel. Like I didn't, in these moments that you did not really plan because you plan for the big, you try to always plan while also being spontaneous. But for the big moments, you've thought about that arc. You thought about what's going to happen. But for these small little moments, you're being surprised by all these other actors, and that's the best. You don't want to be planning too much as an actor, right? And especially like Timothy Oliphant, that guy doesn't plan anything. He is coming doing jazz. He's doing improv every time. You have no idea what he's going to do, which I love working with those kind of actors, and I want to do that more as an actor myself. Just come in and be that spontaneous. It helps when you're playing a synth versus a concerned human being, but there are characters that allow that. But in general, you get to also watch actors work and steal things from them. Like we're all as artists, you're always stealing things. You're like, oh, I love how Tim comes in that free to every scene. Like I want to try that next time. And then you see if that works for you. Or you're like, I love how Boy Cavalier just puts his feet on the desk. Like, if, yeah, why couldn't you? You could do that. That's a powerful move.
Would you ever think I could play that role? Why am I not playing that role?
Oh, yeah. Well, you always you're like, I told Noah, I'm like, I want to play some villains. You put me in this really good guy role, and I love playing good guys, but I want, yeah, you always want to be moving forward or and playing somebody different, and that will come. I know that will come.